Hello, my beautiful collectives, my grateful deities, happy deities. Alright, you are a deity. If you don't know that, that's how I refer to you guys. I think you do know, obviously. If you feel some kind of way, look at it like, hey, I got the essence of God inside of me. That means that a chicken cannot give birth to a goat. So if God created you, or divine created you, whomever created you, you have their essence within you. Just like your bloodline goes all the way. So why do we hesitate to say that we are deities? We are deities. If we don't remember, some of us have, We are children of the gods. Let's just say that if it makes us feel good. Either way. Power to you, you. I am Adjoa, the mystical deity. This reading is going to be focusing on the karmic cycles that you've been going through, right? Starting from past life, okay? That it's on repeat here. It's about time we break that, no? Yeah? Or we become aware so that things can happen through that, right? So we can evolve from it. Because the Scorpio energy is about digging and facing the fears and things that are hidden in deep superconscious mind, right? Which means far down to your spirit, far down to your soul, far down there, okay? So this is for the collective. Whoever this resonates, you take it. Take what resonates, leave the rest alone. It cannot fulfill everybody's aim here. If it feels like it's you, all right? I have my own special collective, just like you choose me. We're all part of one soul tribe. I'm only gonna call and wish and also like bring in the energies that pertain to those who resonate. Okay, so yeah. So for my divine collective, I call on my spirit guides, the guides of the collective divine, spirits of the elements, forces, angelic forces, divine forces, all on board, my spirit team. What is the karmic cycle that my collective keep repeating? Give me 3 cards, please. Okay, 3 cards. 3 cards, please. Don't be afraid. Somebody's afraid to hear this. Okay. Somebody's afraid to face this. They're like, don't scare me, don't tell me negative energy. I hear you. Give me 3 cards, please. Thank you. All may resonate, or 1 may resonate, 2 may resonate. Like I said, pick it up. Okay, so we have 3 groups of people here, or 1 person that some of all of this resonates, okay? So you've always been on a spiritual path. You're still doing it. Some of you were into religion when Catholic came, the Catholic Christianity came, you went into that. You've always followed the light. You've always been the light barrier. You've always seek knowledge. You've always been a part of the spiritual community. Some of you did it through the Asian, which is meditation, more new age kind of stuff. Some of you did it through religion. Some of you did it through spirituality, like really working on your chakras and, doing the whole actual work on the physical being, using the chakras, meditating, connecting. Some of you have all came from the galactic beings. You've always been part of the galactic beings. You're still on that path. You are not human. The very human part of you is so little. Look at all of this. You're a star being. You're a galactic being. And you've always been connected to the galactic forces. And on this path, it's still repeating. So I'm happy to say that this right now is really like positive spiritual power that you've always done. You've lived before. You've done your you've been on a spiritual path forever, okay? Alright, so you had nothing to be scared of, did you? Okay, like I said, some of this spirituality was also biblical, like Christianity. Some of you, because I have the biblical underneath the deck over there. Okay, let's look at how this has influenced you and showing through your whole being. Like, what is repeating here? How is it like coming through? Probably even like your daily life. Like, how is this like unfolding? I know you know a lot of the answers already, but we're still doing. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick read. I'm trying to not do too long because I have a couple of them. Anyway, spirits, how is this unfolding through the chakras? So we can see how this is like on a daily basis. How is this coming out? Oh, you see, always working on your third eye chakra. It's coming through your creative skills, because you know what, your abilities, your skills, your artistic gifts, your creative skills. You know, yesterday I was receiving this download, and I know that I'm not supposed to be talking too long, but hey, I was receiving this download yesterday, and it was talking about how creative people, when we are faced, okay, I'm gonna shut this window because it's windy. Give me a second, guys. How creative people start to become more creative when they are facing problems. It's like they get a surge of creative gifts, ideas when they are going through. So that's how they cope with their issues, obstacles. Okay, so it's like sparks of inspiration, sparks of ideas coming from your past life. The fact that you are highly spiritual on this level and always been on a spiritual path means that the things that you're bringing forth is not, you know, what anybody is ever going to be able to copy. They can copy, but it will never be the original you, your creative stuff. All right, you have a lot of wisdom, insights. All right, you're always self-evaluating yourself. Okay, you are checking yourself. You are your own critic. Okay, nobody. You're not waiting on anybody come and tell you, Charlie, what you're doing is not good. Oh, don't do that. I mean, it's like you have some deep pent up sexual energy too. Some of you have a hold of this. I feel like those of you who were deep into spirituality for a while, you know how to use this energy where you don't always have to express it, right? It is coming through. Yes, you know when to honor it and you like sharing it, but I feel like you have a hold over this aspect of you. I see that you're super intelligent. You know a lot, don't you? You're always reading different books, reminding yourself and learning new things about spirituality. You are in the know, or you are all in it, deep in it. Look at that. You know you're supported. You know your guidance is there. Your third eye and your seventh crown chakra is highly effective. You know you feel the divine love. You know you're being supported by the spirits, the universe. You get the information in your sleep. You bring it out in your life and you make it happen. It's like in your sleep with the moon, you get all the information. You dream, you got your psychic perception. Even during the day, it's not just in the sleep, but I saw the brain and it reminds me of in the sleep. So not just in the sleep, but also during the day, you see the signs, directions. You know you're not alone. You know your soul is busy. All right, you live two lives. I live two lives, I'll tell you that. I know I don't sleep at night. I be out of my body roaming the whole time. Anyway, so you also ground your energy a lot, because then you'll be all stuck in your spiritual energy, right? You'll be stuck up there and it's like, man, you need to like go out there, get some fresh air, sit with the trees, ground these spiritual gifts and energies and messages and make it practical so you move forward in your life. So I see a lot of crown activity, a lot of third eye activity, but look, at the end of the day, this lifetime you're still working on your third eye chakra. You're opening different levels to your spiritual eyes, to your insight, to the gateway to your spiritual power. It's already been open. You've been dealing with this forever, but every, you know, like in this lifetime you still go through awakenings and deepening of these chakras, especially the third eye chakra, right? Because it is something that is meant to what? empower you. So this cycle has been repeating. You've always been intelligent, you've always been supported, you've always, you know, been able to stabilize all the spiritual energy and make it work for you on this practical earth plane, right? You found a balance in that. You're able to balance your spiritual life with your physical life very well. That's why you have the grounding here. You've always, you know, handled your sexuality. You explore in deeper ways. You just don't do it with anybody. You know the power of your sexual energy and you choose right. You've always done that. You can be celibate for years. Man, you can go for years and not even tap into that. Using that energy, transforming it into creative energy to create whatever it is that you're mind blowing everybody about, right? You've always had deeper insight. You're wiser. You have deeper understanding. You evaluate yourself before somebody starts to criticize. You already know your problem. You know when somebody's lying. You know when somebody is reflecting their own problems on you. You know you more than anybody else. All right, you've been on the spiritual path. Nobody can tell you who you are. You know who you are. So this is a karmic pattern that is repeating itself. You've been on the spiritual path what, forever and ever. All right, let's get a little tarot here and just see what else shows up. What else is repeating itself, spirits? What karmic cycle is repeating itself for my collective, please? Oh. That made me sad. You guys have the moon underneath, okay? There's always been this I have 3 things to say. The first thing I'm going to say is that a lot of you think about your past a lot. Your childhood. The memories you've had, how you grew up, painful and good ones. You're like you look at the past you look at your life starting from the past. I think that's why you have a lot of insight, because you're able to go back down to childhood, who you used to play with, how you grew up. Was it a satisfactory life? You know, you wallow in the feelings and emotions of your past, starting from childhood, even into past life sometimes. You know, things that have changed. You know, your childhood, like I said, some of you, how happy you were as a child, how free you were, how sincere and how satisfied you were, the good times of your past. It could also be like, you know, some romantic interests that were good during childhood, not when you're a child, like, you know, teenage stuff, you know, and how right now it's like, I feel like a lot of you may be in sorrow now, okay? Maybe in sorrow now. You go through a lot of heartbreaks. You know, you're always having to remove people from your life. You are mostly disappointed now. You tend to be unhappy. You grieve. You have grief associated with people and situations, childhood, family situations, all connecting, and it takes you back. It's like you always have to look back to your childhood and remember the love, how it feels like, because I feel like as an adult, you're always kind of dealing with some form of heartbreak and disappointment from someone that you give yourself to, or people, or situation, or business, or whatever. I feel like you always have this grief, this unhappy energy following you around. And I'm gonna say that this goes deep into your past life, okay? I feel like people trick you a lot. People are dishonest with you a lot. You're always like maybe getting badly influenced somehow. I feel like people take advantage of you, and this is not from today. It's your heart. You are an empath, and people can suck it off for you. They can just feel it, that you're not gonna hurt them, that they can trust you, and they can do all the meanwhile they end up breaking your heart anyway. It's like Your relationships is always not being that great when it comes to love and you trusting people. Even though you still have some happy childhood that you rely on, that you try to free yourself by thinking in that way about how happy you were, you also carry this deep pain of heartbreaks and sadness and disappointments and people not being who they said they were. And this has been going on for past over and over and over and over and over. You see, when you're an empath and you're on a spiritual path, your job, a lot of your job has to do with your relationships and people. Why are we ascending? We are ascending who we are, our souls. So what do you think is going to be having a greater impact on you? The people. As you ascend and you leave people behind, what do you think is happening? They are breaking your heart. They're disappointing you because you are getting higher and higher all the time. And that's why you constantly have issues with people. It is part of the path of choosing spirituality. You are never going to understand this because, you know, like, maybe I don't want to say never going to understand. You understand this, but what I'm saying is that it's like you can't escape the human condition. You can't escape the fact that you are using the human beings to learn and evolve, but you're also going through a lot of pain and also gaining blessings though. So I don't want to focus too much on the sadness that comes from your human interaction. All right, but honestly, it's like you've been happy with being with people, but you've also been very heartbroken, and you've also had, you know, found yourself being trapped in thinking of the past a lot, you know. So these are things that you've been doing for forever. You've had to deal with all these people that have always hurt you. This is not the first time somebody is hurting you now. You've gone through the same energy before over and over, and then hiding things from you, okay, thinking that you don't know. Meanwhile, you can see right through them. It's kind of sad, you know. So anyway, let's get overall advice and close out this reading here. I don't intend for it to be a long one. For my collective, my angels, what advice do you have for my collective with this karmic cycle? Because obviously it's a beautiful cycle. It's just with this heartbreak situation that you need to heal. All right, and understand that, hey, it comes with this path here. But what's the overall advice you have for the collective on how to handle this heartbreak here in the midst of deception and disappointments with people? What's the overall advice? Thank you so much. I felt sad, guys. Six of emotions, Six of Cups coming up again. Eight of emotions. Five of abundance. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I feel like the angels want to tell you that there is good parts, okay, to your past. They want you to focus on the good energy, your emotions, the positive ones as you have been thinking of. But they also want you to gather the courage to walk away and understand the other person or whatever situation, knowing that you need to go for what is more deeper and more meaningful to you. Sometimes you are caught up in the past because what you have now is not that great, and that's why you keep thinking about it, going back and wishing that you could do better or you could have something that was great in the past. They are saying to you that look forward and walk away from what is not serving you emotionally, believing that there is something powerful and more deeper for you, that is more fulfilling out there for you. You know, maybe you need to switch your career. Maybe this is a person, you know, they want you to fulfill yourself emotionally and also ask for help, whatever it is. If it's a financial problem, if it's a breakup problem, emotional problem, stability problem, whatever it is, you know, walk through it. Know that you're not alone. You have support Whoever wants to help you, let them help you. Don't close your doors to them. Be open to receiving help. Know that your challenge is just temporary too. You're always going to meet somebody better. You're going to find somebody better. You have to summon the courage to walk away and also want more for yourself so you can reach your emotional fulfillment. All right, and not be so stuck in the past of what worked for you and what's so good, and people you used to know. It's like it's time to move on and actually like look for that good emotional fulfillment that can happen from meeting new people. All right, or you stepping more in your power and doing what you really truly want to do. All right, it's saying that seek out a new magical life. All right, so pretty much this is all that I have for you. This is the repetition that's going on. It's great. All right, I hope it resonates for you. If you like this reading, please subscribe, like, and share so that we can move this channel on. Okay, all right, thank you guys. Love you so much, my soul tribe, and we are strong. We are on a spiritual path, and yes, we get disappointed, but we are strong. We are made for this. It's part of the job, right? It's part of the inner work. So thank you, love you, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.